Hey everyone, we're starting off our next Abbott and Costello double feature with their 1942 comedy, Who Done It? Now, after being checked by his doctor, the director of the General Broadcasting System, Colonel J.R. Andrews, Thomas Gomez, and his producer, Jane Little, Louise Albritton, decide to hire ex-college professor Jimmy Turner, Patrick Nollis, for their Murder at Midnight radio show. However, since he was previously in a relationship with Jane, Jimmy decides to turn the offer down. Meanwhile, wannabe radio writers Chick Larkin, Bud Abbott, and Mervyn Milgram, Lou Costello, who are working at a local soda fountain, meet Colonel Andrews' secretary, Juliet Collins, Mary Wicks, and Chick decides that Mervyn should play up to her in hopes of getting a job on the radio. While that doesn't quite work, they do get tickets to that night's Murder at Midnight broadcast from Jimmy, who is also there at the soda fountain. Now, during the broadcast, right before he tries to make an announcement, Colonel Andrews falls over, dead, and is quickly discovered that he was murdered. Now, Chick and Mervyn pretend to be detectives in the hopes that if they solve the crime, they can become famous on the radio. Soon, the real cops arrive in the form of Lieutenant Moran, William Garrigan, and Brannigan, William Bendix. Now, they start going after Chick and Mervyn, while Chick and Mervyn are trying to figure out who the real killer is. Now, Jimmy and Jane discover some things in Colonel Andrews' office and plan another broadcast of Murder at Midnight in the hopes of bringing out the real killer out into the open. Now, Who Done It was originally planned to follow up Bride Cowboy, but they didn't get around to it until after production had finished on Pardon My Sarong. Of course, the movie paid homage to some of Abbott and Costello's history together. Now, for the Wheel of Fortune section, they used the same microphone from the Kate Smith program that they had made their radio debut on. And when they came in for that Wheel of Fortune program, the orchestra placed the tune "You're a Lucky Fellow, Mr. Smith" from their earlier hit Buck Privates. And of course, they get a quick reference into their Who's on First routine, as Lou wins the radio on the Wheel of Fortune program, and when he turns it on, we hear Abbott and Costello doing that routine on the radio. Now, the movie capped off a great year for the two of them, following the success of their previous movies, which made them number one at the box office for that year. And after they finished production on this movie, they embarked on a successful tour of the U.S. to help sell war bonds. Now, for me, this is one of Abbott and Costello's better movies. After all 8 of their previous movies were musicals, they went for a straight, non-musical comedy here, and it works so much better. Now, without the music, the boys are given much more to do, including some of their routines like Limburger Cheese and Alexander 2222, plus Watts Waltz, which was a routine they knew so well that they essentially improvised it on the set, and it stayed in the movie. Now, while there was a side romance between Patrick Nollis' Jimmy Turner and Louise Albritton's Jane Little, it didn't interfere as much with the comedy for the rest of the movie. Throw in William Bendix getting caught by Lou in his own handcuffs, plus Mary Wicks as Lou's potential love interest, who was also good with her comedic moments, and this movie is well worth it. Sure, the murder mystery angle doesn't really get explored too much as far as examining all the potential suspects, but it's just as much fun sticking with the boys on the run. I can't recommend this movie enough. Now, it is available on Blu-ray as part of the 28th film, The Complete Abbott and Costello Universal Pictures Collection, and is 1 hour and 17 minutes in length. Well, that's all I have to say on this one, everybody, so thanks for listening, and I hope you'll keep tuning in for more.